Okay, gents, let's focus now on ranking the new Premier League kits for the 2022-23 season. We always have fun here at Pro Soccer Talk, but we're going to have even more fun with this segment, I'm sure. As you know, you can see, we're three stylish chaps here on the screen. Obviously, we know what we're talking about when it comes to what makes a good kit or a bad kit. There are some really good ones, actually. Have really snazzy numbers, I would say, in the Premier League this season. A lot of teams seem to be making, shall we say, some statements. So, Nick Mendola, is there any kits here that you think are your favorites so far? Any really catch your eye? I mean, what are some of the trends here when we look at these jerseys? Because for me, there's some vibrant out there colors that I really like. But you go ahead, mate. What's your favorite?
Well, I don't want to sound lame and go with the big team, but I kind of like the outline of the little bit of claret or red or whatever you call it in the new Man City kit. That one has kind of caught my eye. I've been mostly noticing little details, right? Like what I like about the Leicester jersey is the gold crest. These are all interesting to me. My favorite is still, I know this sounds goofy, but what Palace is doing with kind of like we're gonna be the two-stripe team, and this is our look, and it's a unique look. So I would say that the thing that stood out most to me is Palace kind of making a statement like, this is us. This is what we're going to be.
Yeah, with the away kit, it does look like they've given some crayons to somebody.
I like it.
And so try and color in the lines as best as you can. But no, I like it. It's out there. Andy, you obviously like Palace as well, but any others stand out for you?
Yeah, Palace need to lean all the way in. They are the Eagles. They've got the white shirt with the red and blue on it. Become America's Premier League team. It's right there, all the foundational pieces. Seriously, it is a great looking kit. The contrast of the bright blue and the bright red on that white shirt, it looks great. I like what Brentford are doing as well, keeping a kit for a second year. First season in the Premier League, it was a really good looking shirt last season, the red and white stripes. I think we can officially say now, for the fact that they're keeping it for a second season and they are in the Premier League, it's time for Sunderland and it's time for Stoke to move aside. The red and white stripes in the Premier League at least belong to Brentford now.
There you go. And talking about that, my hometown team, Southampton, have gone totally away from the red and white stripes and turned a few heads. They're basically Ajax, essentially. They've gone for the red big stripe down the middle, two white. And it kind of works. They've been mixing up a little bit the last few years with just pure red, or they've had the sash to a nod for the anniversary kits. It's interesting. I think it definitely divides opinion, and more so does the away kit with the wave design that you can see there. That's either, as we say here in England, is Marmite. You either love it or you hate it. It's a sandwich spread. That seems to divide opinion. I'll bring some over for you guys when we catch up over the summer. But yeah, I'm not too sure on some of these designs. I mean, I'm looking here. Liverpool have kind of played it safe, so have Nottingham Forest. I like Forest kit.
I like Forest a lot, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the Garibaldi red is the official jersey color there. So, yeah, without a sponsor, it looks good. I'm assuming they're going to add a sponsor. But I really do like what North London clubs have done. Arsenal and Tottenham. Just like a lot of class about those ones. I mean, the collar on Arsenal's looks great. The video to unveil it was brilliant. And Tottenham as well, Andy, it kind of feels like Gareth Bale should be rocking up in this jersey. It feels like about 9-10 years ago. Very similar looks to those. So what do you guys think about some of these other jerseys?
Go ahead. It's nice that clubs are taking a chance again, I guess, because we went through a period with kits where they were just really safe, and that led to a lot of kind of boring looking kits. And this is not just Premier League. This is around the world. It was an issue for a time. But now I think we're getting to a point where you can just about flick on a game and it'll take you about 2 seconds. You don't got to look at the scoreboard. I think you can look at what's on the field and pretty quickly suss out, okay, this is so-and-so versus so-and-so, because they are identifiable. And I think that isn't that the point of a kit? Obviously, it's to sell these days and for the revenue that's involved, but it's to be recognizable at the blink of an eye when somebody sees you playing. And I think we've gotten to a strong point with that with a lot of teams in the Premier League now.
Well, I like it's interesting you say that, because with Liverpool, I love the way their jerseys are going to look for the other competitions. If you saw the font change that they're making, but because the Premier League gives us this, honestly, it's iconic, the identifiable numbers and name on the back. That's why I don't think they're making as much of a statement. I don't know. I want to see some more swings for sure. I don't like I don't like Newcastle going straight up standard. I understand they want to show that they're fans, that we're black and white stripes and we're not going to mess with you too much. We're a new ownership group. Look, we're still Newcastle. Hey, I really don't like the away kit's kind of boring. Amongst some things that make me look at like Everton and Wolves, they are going with what you're saying. Hey, no chances here, no risks. Maybe the sponsors change. Maybe there's a slight piping change so you can buy a new jersey. But I don't know. I don't know if taking chances pays off on the main primary kit almost ever, because it's such a tradition-based culture.
That's very true. It's very true. So I've loved this segment. Maybe we'll bring this back throughout the summer as more kits have been released. Because it's great to be a fashionista from time to time, as we all are, clearly. But in the comments, anybody watching this video, let us know your favorites. Obviously, we've shown a few of these, and over on Pro Soccer Talk on NBCSports.com, we have a post ranking the new kits, which obviously everybody agrees with those rankings about which team has the best jersey for this season. So a lot of debate. Get in the comments below. Let us know which new kit for the upcoming Premier League season that you really like the look of. And I've really liked breaking that down, guys. Something quite different for us here at PST.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host for NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch highlights all season long, and be sure to tune in for Premier League mornings every weekend at 7 a.m. Eastern. And for even more content, head over to Peacock, where we've got live games, original series, and a dedicated round-the-clock Premier League channel featuring studio shows, classic matches, and much more.